Okay, let's just get straight to this. These are the pickups I had from today's car boot. Not a lot to go through, but it's worth sharing. So first of all, this jacket here, brilliant. Material is really soft. It's got that sort of biker vibe to it, and it's by Bershka. Now this one here, oddly enough, even though it's really cool, is not actually worth a lot of money. So I bought this for my own personal collection because I collect jackets. I love anything that looks like biker themed. So I paid £3 for that, and that'll be going in my own personal coat collection. So that is done. Right. Next off, we have a Levi Strauss ladies jacket, and it is a size 10. So it's in really good condition. The lady said she only wore it a few times, and you can tell really that she has. These are really decent to pick up. I had to pay up for this one. I had to pay £4. And as you can see from the completes, they roughly go for about 25. Of course, I'm not reselling just yet, which I'm going to explain later in the video. So this is all about storing stuff up, building up a little inventory, building up some stock and stuff like that. Now this jacket only cost me £1, and if you look at it, it's a proper winter jacket. It is a super dry jacket. These yellow super dry jackets are quite popular actually. If you look at the completes on them, they mostly go for about £25 to like 30, but in the winter time you could probably push a little bit more. The only slight problem with this super dry jacket, I don't know if you can see it, just a few mud stains on the back, and that's because they've been out on the field and it was an horrendous day. So jacket wise, this is probably the last one I picked up. It is the last one I picked up. So this is a really good brand to look out for, Bear Grylls. So it's like a proper mountaineering sort of jacket, and it is an aqua dry. You can see on the arm, it's written on the arm, so it's aqua dry. The only problem we have is we have a little bit of fading here to the writing on the arm. So these jackets are really decent. They fetch about anything from 25 to 35, so it's always worth picking them up. I mean, I had to pay £3 for that, so it wasn't like a pound buy or anything like that, but still, it's really good to build an inventory of coats up, particularly for the winter time. Because what I did notice today was a lot of people were selling coats. So moving on, what do I do next? I'm going to talk about this bike here, this Flavors bike. So they were a Dole brand. They were running around about the time of Bratz, 2007, I think, to 2010. And I always leave Flavors normally. I don't normally bother because they're not worth a lot. But this set here, there weren't many released. So there's not many completes. There's only completes on the single Doles of Liam, I believe the boy's name is, as you can see here. And they fetch about 30, 35 sort of pound mark. So a complete set like this is one listed for $71.99 in America with £50 postage. But I think it's probably going to be worth around about in between 50 to 70. Do you know what I mean? If you actually waited on this stock for a little bit longer and left it online for a bit longer, you'd probably be able to push about 80, but it's not ideal in the sense that the box is dinged. However, box has never been opened, so yeah, that's pretty decent. And here we have what I believe is an Evil Dead NECA figure. So these are great. The detail's really good. When you see them on the table for £1, you just have to pick them up. I had to research this one because I didn't know what it was, if I'm going to be honest. Looking at completes, it's a tricky one to price because it's got no weapons or no stand or anything. Normally they go for about 35 if they're unboxed and complete, maybe 25. If they are boxed, you can get up to £60 for them, but this one here is probably worth about 15, so it's not great money. Maybe if you're a bit ambitious, you could push 20. So these here were a little bit of a fail now. The story with these Build-A-Bear ponies, because these are really good to pick up, because you can get, as you can see from the screen, you can get some really rare versions. These ones aren't. Well, the first one that I looked at here, as you could see from the screenshots. I googled it and there was a sale of £57 on it. So I thought, yeah, this is pretty rare. Do you know what I mean? Then when you look at other sales, they're all over the place. I mean, there's one sale that's gone for like £5, so I had to pay £5 for both of these Build-A-Bears. And what it was, the lady had a store and it was full of Build-A-Bears. As soon as I made a beeline for this one here, another lady pushed in front of me and just took the whole lot. There was a whole collection of My Little Ponies. There was this rare one too that was there that I missed, as you can see from the picture, but it's car boot life, isn't it? You got to expect that you're going to have days where you miss stuff. So this other My Little Pony here, hiding away, she's worth about 15, to be honest. So it's a little bit of a fail, really, but I'm kind of learning about Build-A-Bears. My expertise is normally toys. So the reason why I didn't buy a lot today was because I was selling. And I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. Okay, so it was just really a quick dash around the car boot today. Setting up store, I was selling stuff, and you literally get half an hour just to go around it quickly. And I left loads of stuff behind. Stuff that was worth 10, 15, 20 quid, I just left it behind. Reason being, at the moment, I'm not a reseller. So eBay used to allow you to sell up to £1,000 worth of stuff, and then they changed the goalpost. Now, if you sell 30 items or more, then eBay will flag your details up to HMRC. So it's pretty serious stuff at the moment. So what I did, I've got a massive collection of action figures, carded, all sorts. Most of it's my own stuff. Some of it is stuff I bought from car boots last year, though. So I took it all to the car boot and just sold the lot. I was selling things that are worth £15 for £4, things that are worth 20 for a fiver. So it was quite tragic, really, but I need the space and I need the money. At the moment, I got mobility issues. My ankle is completely, I can't swear, so it's completely gone. So I'm on crutches at the moment. And my hours are cut in half at work, so I'm on half my salary. So I really needed to cash in. And it's quite frustrating, really, because I've been doing car boots now for 14 years. I've been doing car boots. I was one of the early car booters, really, before a lot of the people started the channels up and stuff. And my sole interest was going around and getting retro stuff, like toys, music, clothes. And what I'll do is I'll trade it, because I'm a bit of a collector. So I'll trade the toys at toy fairs, and there's always somebody to trade clothes with. So it worked out quite well. It was like a currency. I have wanted to be a reseller for a very long time now. I'm very tempted. Because every time I go to a car boot, when you've been going around for so long, you pick up a lot of knowledge. And you just keep seeing stuff that's worth money. And you think to yourself, God, if only I could set this up as a business, you could actually do all right when you've got that knowledge. The thing that stops me personally is I have ADHD, so I'm not very good at maths. I don't mind paying my taxes if I make, decent money and stuff, but working it all out, it just sends my head to mush. It's kind of frustrating because I was always really good at like English and psychology and subjects like that, but you put mathematics in front of me and I'm just melt. But I'm still going to continue to bring you car boot videos. I'm talking to HMRC at the moment, and I'm still looking at a way that I could probably, that's probably like autism friendly, that I could work through my taxes and figure out how much national insurance I have to pay on stuff, and see if I can get it all organised to actually start up as a reseller. But for the time being, I'm just Steel Wolf Collects, because that's all I'm doing. Last year I sold quite a bit of stuff to other resellers, very cheap, and I also put some on Marketplace. But sadly, a lot of it went to charity. The thing about car boot hunting is it's really fun. It's like a hobby. It's like the thrill of the chase. And for me, it was like catching a big fish and then throwing it back in the pond last year. But hopefully things will change. I do appreciate you watching the channel, and if you could take a few minutes and subscribe, it's completely free. It would help support my channel out so much. And what I'm going to be bringing you, other than car boot videos, is I'm just going to keep bringing you bolos and price tips. So thanks for watching. Until next time.